everyone. We are almost finished with the first month of the new year, 2026, and we are excited to kick things off. Today's guest that we have is Ken Jackson, who is a business advisor for the city of Albuquerque's Economic Development Department in the Small Business Office, and also an entrepreneur. So, very happy to have you here.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
I know that you are also a West Sider.
I am. I live on the west side of town, without a doubt. You'll find me all throughout the city and the communities, but yes, I am on the west side of town.
Well, so what's the word on the West Side right now?
Well, we have a lot going on as far as the city. We've got our business resource fair coming up. Excited about that. What's really cool is that with economic development and the Small Business Office and Job Training Albuquerque, we've been able to put on these events, B2B resource fairs in different quadrants of the city every quarter. This one is going to be on the west side at Taylor Ranch Community Center on February 8th from 4 to 6. And simply put, it is an opportunity for businesses and people that want to start a business or they're thinking about it just to come out, network, meet current business owners. We're also going to have some of our other departments there as well, talking about business, how to register, what it takes, and what does it look like, the steps to get a business license. It's just a great opportunity for people to come out. And the cool part is it's free to attend, free to have a table. If anyone wants any more information, you can go to abqedd.com/events, and all the information's there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for providing that information and
Absolutely.
putting those on. You've been doing these for a couple of years now?
Yeah, about 3.5 years now. It's really awesome. And they've been growing, averaging about 100, 150 people. So it's just really cool to see people come out. And then we also have local vendors when it comes to our food. So we provide a free meal to our first 100 guests. And then the meal comes from a local vendor, a local business as well.
Yeah, like the food trucks. I know I've been to a couple of them before, and it's always the highlight of my going to the fairs is the food trucks.
Absolutely.
Do you know which food trucks will be at this one?
I don't know this one, so you're going to have to come out just to see who you can support. So I'm not too sure yet.
Yeah. So food trucks are a very interesting thing. And you guys also do a food truck. Is that only during certain times where you do that food truck at Civic Plaza?
Food Truck Friday.
Food Truck
You can
Friday?
always keep up with the changes or adjustments and what's going on Food Truck Friday at that same website. But it's another way to support our local businesses. And of course, right, it's downtown Civic Plaza. You've got people going in and enjoying our local businesses.
Yeah. So you're an entrepreneur besides
Yeah.
the city stuff.
Solid.
Well, what type of business or what do you do outside of the city work?
So overall, I'm actually a professional speaker. So I conduct workshops and talks on entrepreneurship, mindset. I've got an online course as well on the Udemy platform called the Mindset Bootcamp for Beginners, helping people understand the actual mindset it takes to be an entrepreneur. I'm a published author, so I mentioned my book. That's on Amazon as well, if you look up Ken Jackson. So I do as much as I can when it comes to being a business owner. I am an entrepreneur. I enjoy being a business owner and enjoy helping other people that really want to get into this field of business ownership, of becoming an entrepreneur. Overall, it's more than just having an idea or being able to cook well or make jewelry, right? There's more
Right.
to being a business owner and having those types of discussions. But outside of this, that's what I do. I do workshops and talks when I can, helping people understand. And I also do financial literacy coaching. I've got a group that I text with on a regular basis on what's going on within the market and how we can just learn more about not just how to work for money, but how money works.
I think that's important because people like myself, when I first got into, doing marketing, I was freelancing, websites, social media stuff. And a lot of that, you don't really learn the
Right.
financial literacy part. And the other stuff that's important, like setting up the business license. I don't know how many people that I talk to that don't know how to go set that up. And it's all online, right? They
It
can pretty
is.
much do it online, and it's fairly easy process.
Yeah, and I'm able to provide those types of resources to the public when they want to know how or what are the steps. We've been working really close with our registration office, and they've got a YouTube channel. They put together information on the steps it takes. And what I really encourage people to do first, right, is there's a technical side to business ownership and there's a fundamental side. Technically, anyone can go get a business license, right?
Right.
Those are just a few steps. But it's the fundamental part when it comes to being a business owner that I believe people should really get educated on before doing the technical side.
Right.
But yes, we do have the resources to help people walk through the process and get their business license, understanding the costs and everything else that come with it.
Yeah. So do you find how many registered businesses do we have in Albuquerque?
I honestly couldn't tell
Yeah.
you. I really don't know. I'm sure that data is somewhere. I couldn't begin to tell you the
Yeah.
amount that are registered because we have people that aren't registered that are doing business too, and
Right.
so I really don't know.
Yeah, that's a hard number to put together, I
Yeah.
guess. But the reason I ask is because, like you said, there's a lot of people that probably are registered. There's some that aren't registered but still do business. And how important is it to have the business registration?
Extremely. The reality of the situation, right, is it comes a lot of times it comes down to the tax situation, right? Pay your taxes, by the way. It's very important.
Yes.
So having that registration, first of all, it makes you legal. It gives you the ability to also go after the benefits of being a business owner, the write-offs, right? The educational side. So with our Job Training Albuquerque program, I believe it's roughly 150 different types of classes.
Yeah.
$15,000 worth of free classes every year a business can go after as a business owner. So not being registered means you're missing out on tax possibilities, right? Resources and everything else. But then it's the educational side, which is what business owners really need. So our JTA program, I always tell people, it's a program that provides education from welding to QuickBooks and everything in between, right?
Right.
It also provides certifications. You'll also get certificates, depending on what the course is. It's a leveraging tool I believe that more businesses should utilize to acquire good people and keep those same people. Because as a business owner, if you're able to go after $15,000 worth of free classes and you have someone who wants an education, you can leverage that. Right now, someone's going to want to stay with you longer. They're going to start with you, stay with you because you're able to offer this education. And the cool part is that person that is now working for you, they'll actually be able to get certified in certain things, which means they can take that with them. So that's transferable skills that someone can get by working at a company that signs up for a free resource provided by the city. That is literally a win-win all the way around.
All the way around, yes. And the part about the taxes, I think that's the most important part. I know I've helped organize, some like craft fairs and that type of stuff. And in certain locations, they require that you have a W-9 or any of that stuff. And I find a lot of the businesses, they just, do it under their own personal tax ID number and are not set up correctly as a business. And I wonder if it's just because that they don't know, or maybe they're afraid of taxes. I'm not too sure what stops somebody from taking that step and doing the registration.
Yeah, and everyone's different. I couldn't begin to tell you, but yes, you'll find that all the time, and sometimes it's that they don't understand or they don't know the steps, and that's why we're here as an organization, through economic development. To provide these types of things.
So the economic development department, there's a lot to it. What resources, other resources I know you've talked about these programs, but also registering as a business contracts.
So working with the
business?
city. So
Yes.
there are opportunities to become a vendor with the
Right.
city as well. If anybody wants that information, I can provide that as well. But yes, there are those opportunities to work with the city as a vendor. And then we've got a fantastic film department. So with our film department, highly, extremely educated individuals that know what they're doing. They know about the film department. They've been there for a while, and they want to help our local people as well, get into that industry. So there's that avenue as well. And then I've got links to job opportunities within the city as well. So overall, and I tell people this all the time, there's a group of people within economic development that work constantly and meet on a regular basis to figure out better ways to help our communities. And
Right.
it just depends on the resources that people are looking for. But we're here to help out as much as we possibly can.
Yeah. So what made you get into business?
So,
How did your entrepreneurship start?
so I, as you know, I'm born and raised here, and I did the same thing that everyone else is taught to do. Right? You go to school, get this degree. My degree is electronics and computer engineering. I ended up working for a major corporation here, and after the first year and a half, I realized that there's a possibility that there's more out there. So I just ventured out and started businesses. It's the craziest thing. I wanted more, and I felt it was okay to want more.
Yeah.
I tell people a lot of times is like, your calling was not a conference call, it was a direct call to you. So a lot of times people have this calling, hey, you should try this, and they look for justification, or they talk to their friends, their family, right, about this idea that they have. And then, of course, since the call was to them and it wasn't a conference call, now you're sharing this, and not everyone's going to get it.
Right.
So for me, when I got the call, I just answered and I just started businesses. I really didn't care what people thought. I mean, I got laughed at quite a bit, right? So I've owned vending machines here, the big moon jumps for kids. I had a pastry business here for 11 years in the fundraising industry. Online, I did stuff online. I had an ice cream van. I used to import horses from Chihuahua,
Oh my
Mexico.
goodness.
I had a detail shop, 2 cell phone stores at one time. And this is all while I'm still working, right? So a lot of times, people have this feeling that, well, I have to dedicate all my time to my business, so I need to quit my job. But the problem is you now don't have any income coming in. So my schedule was laid out as go to work all night because I worked at night, go home, sleep for about 3 to 4 hours, get up, run a business, go home, sleep for 3 hours, and then get up and go to work, right? And then on my days off, I'm running some sort of business. So for me, it just became my nature
Yeah.
to want to do this thing, right? And again, I got laughed at quite a bit, right? Because I failed. And I tell people, like, in this world of being an entrepreneur, fail stands for first attempt in learning. So I don't fail, I just learn, right?
Yeah.
I've learned a lot, right? So trying and then failing and then getting back up, there's a struggle there that a lot of people just don't want to go through, and that's okay, and I understand. But I just kind of got used to it, like, wow, okay, what did I learn from the mistake I just made? Because I made a lot of mistakes. And what can I do next time I have this kind of opportunity?
Yeah.
So through the years, that's what I've done. Things in lives and network marketing for many years, and that's where the brand came from, the KJ Effect. Then started speaking and created this brand, and this message is what I carry with me now, and that's what the KJ Effect is.
Yeah.
Is that
Awesome. Okay, I want to go back to something you said. Importing, what was importing horses?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to know more about
Craziest
that.
thing. My cousin introduces me to this guy. We get to talk, and his family owns a ranch, and we were all entrepreneurs. That's what we were like. How do we make more money? And we had a conversation. We started out with cattle, and we were driving back and forth to Juarez for a while, and realized that the process for cattle was something just way out of our scope, and it was just easier to do goodbye. It was like horses, and we would drive back and forth to Chihuahua. We ended up in Chihuahua, beautiful place, by the way. Really fantastic people. Also, is just really cool. But we would buy a horse, take it to the Santa Teresa border, quarantine it, and then we'd come back, pick it up, and then we take it to Los Lunas auction. My friends, my cousin's dad had some land there, and we take the horse there and feed it, and then we take the auction and pay someone $15 to ride because we didn't know. I don't know how to ride a horse. Ride around the auction house and sell it. So. And I share that story first of all because it's outrageous, right?
It is. That's why I had to know
brother, what
more
are you doing
about
selling
it.
horses, right? What are you doing in Mexico? So it was also this thing of, well, why not? Right? A lot of people are like, well, no, I can't do that. And there's always the yeah, but this could happen. Yeah, but, and I'm like, what if? Like, what if this works? What if we pull this off? And here's the other part. We're not talking Clydesdales here, right?
Yeah.
We're not talking $10,000 horses, right? We just were able to go buy a head tail ranch horse, I think is what they call them. I still have no idea what 15 hands high mean. Like, I have no idea what that means. I just know that I can go there, legally buy something, bring it back here legally, and sell it here and make a profit. Cool.
Yeah.
That's what I needed to know.
I just had to know what that was. So my family, I was not born and raised here. I was born and raised in Colorado, and my family lives out in the farm area, and we had horses. And the different types of horses. I couldn't
tell you.
So I was interested on how
absolutely.
that.
No, I get it. I usually win those, when people do the icebreakers at meetings and like two truths and a lie, I usually win that one.
Well, that's a good one. That is a good one. So tell me more about, I know you have your vending machines, you said, and how many vending machines do you currently have?
So, no one knew, but I'll go and talk about it. So I had vending machines when I was younger.
Okay.
The one I have one right now that literally no one knew. But it's okay.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. As an entrepreneur, I wanted to test myself, right? And I haven't been a business owner for a while, and I talk to business owner and I make these suggestions, and I thought to myself, well, what have you done lately, right? What have you done as a business owner? And really, Ken, do you still got it?
Yeah.
And what if I were to help local businesses somehow? So I sat and I thought for a while, what could I do to help local businesses? How could I build community and culture? So I literally went through the steps and I really thought about this. As I give out information, I provide resources. I thought, well, what if I go through the exact same steps that I tell someone else to go through? So let me walk the walk. Let me not just talk it, right? Because I tell people I'm Hustle 101, right? 24/7 I hunt. So let me go out there and hunt. So for me, I'm a faith-based person, thought about it, prayed about it, and thought, dog, let's go get it, right?
Yeah.
So I put this plan into place about a year ago. And I tell people, make the vision known on tablets. So I sit and I've got a whiteboard at the house, right? And I'm writing this out. I'm thinking, if I went back to do anything that I ever did, what would it be? One of the things that I owned, a friend of mine and I, we bought a DVD machine similar to Redbox. Okay. It was in Atrisco and Central. Ranch Pros Market, it's now called Supre, I think. So before it was Ranch Pros Market. So that's where we had that DVD machine. So I thought to myself, well, how could I help businesses and what would I do so I could keep my job, right? Because I love what I do. It's not just what I do, it's who I am. So I thought, okay, vending machines, but then I don't want to go back into vending machines that much. What can I do? So I found a way to combine them both. So vending machines have changed if no one knows this, but they're AI driven, right? Yeah. So I looked into vending machines and I'm drawing. So on this whiteboard, I drew a long box, right? I drew it out first. And I thought to myself, I want to build community. I want to build culture. And I want to make it about our small businesses. So I just went through the process that I suggest every business go through, right? Write it down. How are you going to make profit? What are you going to sell? And I decided to just sell local businesses their products out of this machine.
Yeah.
So I went through the process and I made a deal right with the mall,
Yeah.
and we had some conversations. It was a little shaky, but that is what I do now. And then the graphics were done by a local person. The printing was done by a local person. I had to get funding through a local organization here.
Yeah.
So I went through the whole process just like everyone else, while I'm still working. And I had to live it, right? I wanted to make sure I was walking the walk.
Yeah, no, I love the idea. I think it's a great concept in
Appreciate it.
helping the local businesses, helping our fellow entrepreneurs in getting their products and visibility. I think it's great, and also the whole, um, like you said, AI. We just did a ribbon cutting yesterday for it's not in Albuquerque, but it's a new Rio Rancho business. But the business owners actually have a couple of businesses here in Albuquerque on the west side. But it's boba catch, and it's the claw, like a claw machine, and it's just like a really neat concept. And I see a lot of that those vending machines
Absolutely.
coming. They're kind of like trending right now. So I thought your machine is very interesting and unique because you don't see something like that
Appreciate it.
anywhere. So yeah,
And that's what I wanted to do, and that's kind of who I am, right? Is I don't need confirmation. The numbers, right? For me, the feeling, the blessing, and the profit margins, and they're not even that big, but they were there, right? And what can I do to help these businesses? I hear a lot of people, right? It happens a lot. We all want to help people. So,
right,
right, how can I help people? And this was, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I'm like, well, this is how I know how I can help
right,
people, right? And we've got some great local businesses there. Some of them are out of also in the airport, and I just started making phone calls to these local businesses. Hey, would you be open to this? So it's going fairly well. It hadn't been a long time, but there are steps, and there are some other steps I want to take where I'll be able to donate money to nonprofits here as well. So
yeah.
there's a bigger plan to it. It's all in the works.
That is awesome. So you did mention the airport, and I know the Ascend program was just launched last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, and how's that going so far?
it's going fantastic. It was really cool to see, right, the city departments put together this program. Gary and Manny put together this program, and I may be speaking out of turn here. I know they're running it. I don't know who put it together, but
Right.
okay, they're just awesome individuals,
Yes.
right? And the businesses that are there, my understanding is they're doing well. What I enjoyed seeing was city coming together to make a decision to help local businesses, putting something in place. Yes, there are going to be stumbling blocks along the way, but be able to get local businesses within this sphere of influence from people from out of the state, out of country, now having access to our local businesses
Right.
on a consistent basis, where now these businesses can grow. And it's my understanding that part of the goal is to help them grow into other airports as well.
Right.
So I loved being a part of it and still working with them in some smaller capacities with education and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But I look forward to the next phase, the next cohort that they may have. In the
Right,
future.
right. I remember when they were first starting to launch the program, and they had called on all of the different business organizations to meet and discuss the program and try to help get the word out to
Yep.
those businesses to apply. And it was great. I actually one of the I bought a couple of things
Yeah.
from some of those vendors that and not actually at the airport, but just from one of them had a shop or what am I looking for? A booth at
market, yeah.
at the state fair. Another one, I went to his shop in Old Town, and yeah, it's great to see
is.
these local businesses thrive and have these opportunities for them. So, when do you know when the next cohort will be?
I don't. One thing I did want to mention, and don't quote me on all of this,
Yeah.
but I believe there is a way because a lot of the businesses are after TSA. And I believe there is a way that local people can actually
Right.
get to those businesses as well without going through TSA.
Right.
And my understanding is like a 2-3 minute process just to get clearance. So if you are in the airport or around it or whatever the case may be, and you want to support those businesses, you can actually get past TSA without having going through TSA
Yeah.
to get to them. So
Yes.
they've made it easy for our local people to support our local businesses.
Right. I do recall them mentioning that they were going to do that
Yeah.
special process. And I saw that Sadie's just opened up
Yeah,
in
that's
the
pretty cool.
airport. Saw the ribbon cutting they did.
Absolutely. And Frank's Chicken and Waffle, I believe that's coming online
Yes.
soon. So we're excited about Frank's coming up.
Yeah.
And some other businesses. It's just really cool to see. So we're about community, we're about culture, right? Go support them then.
Yeah. No, I love the local flair in the airport. Think it's been a long time coming. It needed those renovations to be done, but it's glad to see everything. I haven't been to the airport since before they started all of that, but
Oh, it's
I
cool.
will have to
Yeah, go by,
definitely
check 'em
go
out.
by and check it out. So, well, is there any last things that you would like to mention, or anything else going on that anybody should know about?
As of right now, no, we've got that resource fair again. Really encourage people to come out February 18th from 4 to 6 at Taylor Ranch Community Center. It is a free event, free to have a table. If you are a B2B business and you'd like a table, you can go to the website abqedd.com/events. Sign up for a table, and you do need to be a B2B business. But if not, even if you don't have a table, right? Hustle 24/7. Just show up with your cards, talk to people, network, right? It's your dream. Go after it. We've got our window grant. So those of you that are brick and mortar businesses as
Yes.
well, we got the window grant right now that is still happening. My understanding is we still have funding, so you can go to that website as well. And I believe one of the top bar, you can find information on the window grant. I believe it's abqedd.com/window grant.
Can you just explain a little bit more about what the window grant is?
Okay, I will. And because I don't know all the details, and I don't want to not say something incorrect.
Okay.
But overall, if you have damage, if there is vandalism damage to your windows, there's grant funding to help reimburse you for what you've already paid for. And I don't know the time frame, but the information is on the website. But if you have damage, or if it's recent, right, I believe there's a police report that you're going to need to get, and a few steps. But what's really cool is we were able to write, I thought this was really cool. The last round, we wrote checks, like people received checks to fix their business. And that's just cool, right? That
Yeah.
happened. So if the damage was done and you have an estimate, go in, fill it out. Take the time, go to the website, do the research. There is funding there to help you if you qualify for it.
Yeah, it's a great program, because I know we see it all the time, boarded up windows.
Yeah.
Unfortunate that happens, but great that there's these types of programs to support the small local businesses that may not have funding to do it on their own. So
Absolutely.
great opportunity.
Other than that, no, I appreciate you having me on and allowing me to talk and talk about really what the city has to offer. A lot of people don't know about the resources that are there, so I encourage people to do your research, right? Again, it's your dream. It was your calling. Do the research. Go hunt down the information. I tell people all the time, I don't know all there is to know, but I'll give you everything I got. I will do what I can to help you out. And again, there is a group of people within economic development that are doing everything they possibly can to help our local businesses. And I enjoy the group that I've been blessed to work with, and from the film industry to our JTA program, all of us together are doing what we can to support our local businesses.
Yes, and it's much needed, and so thank you for your services that you do to the community. And yeah, well, we look forward to the business fair coming up. And also, just a reminder, we are right in the middle. I don't want to say middle. The legislative session has just begun, and so Lawmakers are up in Santa Fe, and the Albuquerque Westside Business Association has been putting on over the last couple of years a Westside Day legislative reception. So next week, Thursday, February 5th, from 4 to 6 p.m., we will be up in Santa Fe for a reception at Chomp Food Hall. So take a look at our website. It's on our event page, and we hope to see you there. And also stay tuned for the new stuff that we have coming, our new initiative, Shop Local Course Corridor, as well as some other community events. So stay tuned, and we will see you on the next episode. So thank you again, Ken, for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.